I'm Akira. I'm in the 10th grade, and as you can see, I'm a geek.
Who's up for going to karaoke?
Everyone is so energetic. I'm just trying to survive with today's classes.
What about you, Akira? Being a lone wolf is cool, but it's also nice to go to karaoke with everybody.
Stop it, Miran! No matter what, he'll never come. He won't do anything that'll cost money.
Aw, is that so?
Thanks for asking me, but sorry, I'm in a bind this month.
Okay. Too bad. Maybe next time.
I'm already a geek, and I'm also losing chances to play with my classmates due to a lack of money. It's a bit much. My classmates have already given up on me. Only Miran seems to be an exception, but I think it's just a matter of time. I want to cry to be facing such a circumstance. But it's all my fault, and I'm the one to be blamed. When I'm back home, I had to face the hard reality. Although I'm a high school student, I am living alone. It's because of my complicated family matter. I'm living in a shabby apartment with only one tiny room. I cover the cost of living by myself. I work 4 days a week at a convenience store, but I barely make a living. I'm out of food expenses. This is the last rice. Maybe I should do a temporary part-time day job. Daily labor, bread factory, pay by the day. Working on Saturday 8 hours from the morning and earning 10,000 yen. I'll do this! On Saturday, when I went to the workplace, I found a familiar Gyaru. Oh, is that Miran?
That voice is Akira?
Wow, what a coincidence. I never expected to meet you at a workplace.
Me too!
Hey, stop yakking and go back to work. 8 hours later.
That was tough. Akira, do you have time after this? You do, right?
Huh? Yep.
Good. I want to talk with you. Let's go to the nearby park. Akira, don't tell anybody in class that you met me at our workplace.
Sure, but why?
To tell the truth, I grew up in a single-parent family and we're severely poor. Moreover, my deceased father left a huge amount of debt and we have to pay it back. But I don't want to give up my life just because we're poor. So I work as much as I can to cover our living costs, and when there's any extra, I go out and play with it.
Awesome. She's very mature as a high school student.
But the thing is, I'm earning the money to play by working desperately. And if my friends found this out, they might hesitate to ask me to play with them. I don't like to be treated specially.
I think I can understand you.
I know, so please keep this part-time job a secret. Of course I'm not asking you for a favor for free. Let me buy you dinner tonight.
Are you going to buy me dinner?
I know. The words buy dinner sound so beautiful. They are the most beautiful words on earth. You're quite tight this month, aren't you? Then we can make a deal with dinner.
Thank you for your treat. Huh? Are you going to eat at your home?
What? Did you think we're going to have a full-course meal of French cuisine? Sorry, I don't have a single penny for that. But you don't have to worry, I'm a very good cook.
I waited while she was cooking, so I played with her younger brother, Takeshi. Akira monster, get this! Wow, run!
All right, dinner is ready.
Wow, I'm hungry. Let's eat. Gee, they are super delicious.
It's nice to hear that.
My sister's dish is the best in the world. You must be thankful for being able to have it, Akira.
Come on, he played with you, so don't be arrogant.
It's okay. Your dishes are really tasty.
You are kind, Akira.
Since that day, I started to stay with Miran a lot. We exchanged information on good part-time jobs. She invited me to her place to look over Takeshi. When I played with Takeshi, I ate dinner with them, which was very kind of her. When Miran and her mother had to go out, I looked after Takeshi at my place.
Takeshi, let's go home.
Akira monster, go!
Wow!
Takeshi, you had a very good time with him. Okay, let's go.
Sis!
Akira, come with us. I'll make dinner for you too.
Sounds great.
So now, what do you think we're having for dinner?
Curry rice!
No, last time I had dinner at your place, we had curry rice. So I think it's nikujaga.
Boo! Both of you are wrong. Tonight, we're going to have...
Then one night, I'm hungry. On a night like this, I get depressed wondering why I was born into such a family. Miran?
Good evening. How are you doing?
So, I guess. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, I think I will. I'm sorry to come so late. Actually, there's something I want to talk to you about privately.
Suddenly what?
I'm always thankful to you. You give me information on good part-time jobs. You look after Takeshi. Takeshi likes you very much.
I'm grateful for you too. You make meals for me, and I really appreciate it.
It's nothing. So, to show my gratitude, I wanted to give you something. Can you close your eyes?
Huh? Okay.
Well, was it your first time? It was my first time as well, so forgive me, please.
But why?
It's to show my appreciation. Don't you think having your first kiss with a super cute Gyaru Miran is a high status thing? So, please forgive me, okay?
She said it was an appreciation, but asks me to forgive her. What she's saying doesn't make sense. What's the matter? Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
Great, Akira! You're a very tolerant guy. I'm going home. Sorry, Akira, but I wanted to have my first kiss with someone I love. Bye-bye.
The next day, Miran didn't come to school. Takeshi?
Akira, help my sister! Sis is going to marry a bad guy! It's because my dad cannot pay the money he's borrowing from him! Instead, he's going to take my sister!
Oh? This is why she was acting strangely yesterday.
Please, Akira!
I am...
Dear Mom and Takeshi, I will marry that guy. I know that Mom was against this idea. If he will write off our debts, I think that is more important. I am going to live with that guy from today. Forgive me for leaving while Mom was not around. I love you, Mom. I love you, Takeshi. Love, Miran. Hey, mister. You're going to write off my dad's debts, right?
Ah, sure. I'm the one who lended the money to him. If I say you don't have to pay it back, it's fine.
Promise me. Never appear in front of my mom and Takeshi.
Okay, I'll promise. So come here.
This is the best solution. Because it is impossible to pay back 10 million yen debt. I don't want Mom and Takeshi to suffer forever. Me marrying him is the best solution.
What? Don't even think of touching her. Ugh, who are you? Stay away from Miran. You're such a cocky brat. Hey, teach him his lesson. Sure. Whoa! Who are you? I'm not going to introduce myself to a villain like you. Before that, their debts. How much do they owe you? 10 million yen. Here, take this. This will clear their debts. What? Isn't it enough? Or do you want to have a terrible experience? I've mastered martial arts for self-defense. Ugh, let's go. Yes!
Thank you.
Please thank him, not me.
Huh?
Sis!
Takeshi!
If he hasn't told me about you, I wouldn't notice about your scrape. You were suffering from the exaction of your debts. In order to save your family from the debts, you tried to sacrifice yourself. But I'm not going to let you.
Why? Who are you?
Don't you recognize me? Well, you can't help it. I'm Akira.
Akira? Huh? That poor Akira?
I'm sorry. I've been hiding it from you, but my family isn't poor. Actually, they are rather rich. My family is a little special. It is that my family is super rich. Rich people have a weird living style. They thought that if I grew up in such an environment, I would be spoiled. So they made me live alone from high school.
Don't they send you money?
It's no use if I ask them for money. I must live with my strength.
So, how did you get that money? Did you borrow it?
You don't have to worry. That was from my board member's compensation for the company I own. You don't have to pay me back. That man is probably a loan shark. If I hire a corporate lawyer, I would be able to collect it.
I'm a little confused. You have money, but you're saving food costs to live?
I didn't build the company I own by myself. I do own a company I started by myself, but it was because my parents were rich and I had the opportunity. So that doesn't count as my achievement. I have to work and make my own living to live a normal life.
No, the normal life you're referring to is the poor life. Something is not right. It's very like Akira.
Hey, Miran. I'm like this, but will you still be friends with me?
Of course. I don't mind about money.
Sure. Sis always says she wants to marry Akira.
Huh?
Huh? I never said it before.
Huh? You're blushing. Sis, you're shy.
I never said such a thing, really.
Yeah, I understand. Though we are going to get married in the future, but I will tell you about it someday. To all the shady people in the country, if your pretty classmate, who is a Gyaru and always smiling happily in the classroom, were standing there in front of you with a face like she was about to cry, what would you all do? Isn't that the Gyaru from our class? Aoi Matsuda-san? Why does she look like she's about to cry like that? She doesn't even have an umbrella. I'm kind of curious, and even though I'm kind of shady, I can't just ignore her. My name is Eiji Umeki. I'm a sophomore in high school. I decided to be brave and talk to her even though I normally wouldn't ever approach her. Excuse me, aren't you Matsuda-san?
Yeah? Who are you?
Oh, it's Eiji Umeki. We're in the same class.
I don't remember anyone like that.
Oh well, I thought that would be the case. She didn't even remember my name or so much as recognize my existence. If you don't have an umbrella, would you like to use this?
I don't need it. Even if I had an umbrella, I wouldn't be able to go home anyway.
Did something happen?
I couldn't buy the meat. Today's special promotion.
I remember it was limited to 50 packs, wasn't it?
I only had enough money to buy that specifically, so I can't buy any other meat. And I can't go home without that meat.
I don't know what happened. It seems like she needed to get that meat so desperately. Well, shall I give it to you?
What?
This is it, isn't it? The one you wanted to buy?
Oh, thank you.
It's okay. I didn't expect that she was the type of girl who does grocery shopping. Is she a homely person after all? Oh, also, should I have lent her my umbrella? At this time, I did not yet know that she was being abused by her stepmother. The next day, I found Matsuda-san again today. It's a little awkward to see her 2 days in a row. But she looks like she's in trouble again. Hi. She looks awkward. Maybe I shouldn't have talked to her. Well, excuse me.
Wait.
Huh?
You know?
Are you perhaps in trouble again?
Well, I need the ingredients for paella.
Paella? So you mean you're looking for a seafood mix?
But I couldn't buy the seafood mix from the store with the money I had.
Since yesterday, she's been shopping on a very tight budget. But if you simply don't have the money, why would you even bother to cook paella? There is a commercial supermarket nearby. I think you can get it cheaper there.
What? Really?
Yes. If you don't mind, would you like to come with me? I can show you around.
Thank you! Seriously, thank you, Umeki-kun!
Oh, now she knows my name.
Thanks again for your help today.
It was nothing.
Umeki-kun, do you shop every day?
Ah, yes. My parents both work, so I always cook at home.
I see. That's great.
Isn't it like that for you too?
Not at all. It's just that I'm being harassed and asked to do the shopping.
Harassed? By whom?
My new mother that I recently got.
Is that stepmother? Matsuda-san started telling me what was going on as we walked together. That her mother had died of an illness, and that only 2 years later, her father remarried. This is your new mother.
Give it back! Stop!
I can't have these dirty clothes here.
It's none of your business!
Can't you even run an errand properly? You're not going to get any dinner tonight.
It's because you...
Don't make excuses.
That the new mother does not think well of her and often tries to force her out of the house by making unreasonable demands. And if she can't complete the difficult task, she will throw away the mementos of her deceased mother.
Recently, I've been given a small budget and told to buy everything on this shopping list. It's hard because that woman's goal is to keep me from completing her tasks. But it's a list of tasks that I think I could just barely complete if I work hard. And all the while she's laughing, watching me struggle.
I see. She always seems to be having fun at school, so I didn't expect that she had such a complicated family situation. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Since then, with me on her side, Matsuda-san began to make light work of the shopping quests. Then her stepmother began to make further reckless demands of her.
She wants me to fix a broken music box by the end of the day.
Here, it's done.
She threatened to throw away my mom's mementos if I didn't score 100 at karaoke.
Got 100 points.
She needs 10 knitted stuffed animals to hand out to her friends, and I need them by tomorrow.
No problem. You'll get them in time.
Umeki-kun, you can really do everything. It's amazing, seriously.
I haven't had friends for a long time, so I've always enjoyed mastering different things.
You're too good at everything, though.
Matsuda-san, you have a lot of friends, so why don't you rely on your friends more?
I can't. Being abused by my stepmother, not being able to fight back and just having to endure, or that my father is too busy working to notice me. It's all so lame. I don't want to get hurt or angry or fight when people give them random advice. Or, have I been bothering you by relying only on you all the time? Sorry, I must have been bothering you.
Well, I'm actually having a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you're relying on me like this. I'm kind of excited these days to see what kind of challenges your stepmother will come up with next.
Come on, I'm desperate here, you know? But really, you alone are a force of 100, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, Umeki-kun.
Matsuda-san, laughing like that, seemed to be enjoying herself too. But a few days later, she missed school without permission. The Gyarus in my class were fuzzing that they couldn't get in touch with her, and I was kind of worried.
Hey, could you reach Matsu-chan?
Not at all. I wonder what happened.
Maybe something happened with her stepmother? She's not even at the supermarket. Hey, is that Matsuda-san?
Umeki-kun,
What happened?
That woman. She said she threw away my treasured album somewhere. It's full of pictures of me and my mom.
So, did you take the day off school and look for it all by yourself?
Yeah.
I'll look for it with you. Where did she say she dumped it?
I don't know. But she said she left it in a vacant lot.
So, there's almost no clue. Well, I guess we'll have to resort to manpower.
Huh? What? Who are you going to call?
It's an acquaintance, beginning with the letter D.
What?
I asked people I knew to lend me people, and we did a big search of the whole city.
An acquaintance with the letter D at the beginning? Delinquents? And so many!
When was it? I helped a guy who was having trouble getting his bike started, and he said he was the leader of some team. He thanked me and said I could call him anytime if I needed anything.
They totally like him.
Hey, isn't this a picture of you?
That's right! Yeah, it's a picture from my album!
Just one picture? Yeah, we couldn't find the album around that picture. It must have been thrown away in pieces. Or maybe… Matsuda-san, let's go back to your house. I'm sure the album hasn't been thrown away. Your stepmother must have it.
What?
We went to Matsuda-san's house together, with all our delinquent allies. With a delinquent group in the back, Matsuda-san questioned her stepmother, and she quickly returned the album to her. I knew she was just enjoying watching Matsuda-san frantically search for it, and it seems she threw away only one picture.
Why would delinquents come to my house?
Oh, I'm sorry. These people are my acquaintances and have nothing to do with Matsuda-san. But if you get her into trouble again, I may be forced to ask these people to help her out.
I'm so sorry!
See you around!
Really, you're too amazing.
Well, I didn't really do anything.
That's not true. You've been helping me this whole time. So you know… I want to thank you. Would you please go out with me?
Go out where?
You idiot! It's not like that! I want to thank you for all the help you've given me. So I'm asking you to stay with me until we get married, raise our children, and live happily ever after together!
Huh? What? Thus, I started a relationship with the beautiful Gyaru, Matsuda-san. Since then, she has been able to live a peaceful life without further abuse by her stepmother. It seems her father remains unaware of what happened, but she said that was fine with her.
If something happens to me again, you will help me, won't you?
Sure, that's a matter of course. A blonde-haired gal from my school came as my housekeeper.
I'm your housekeeper, Miran. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. How did it end up like this? I think back about how it all started. One day, my dad came home with a young woman. Your dad has decided to marry this woman.
Nice to meet you.
What? Anyway, that's why this person's going to be your mom from now on. What kind of reason is that? Listening to what he had to say, the woman was apparently his junior at work, and they had been dating for a year. My dad has his own happiness, and I don't really care who he dates. As long as he's happy, that's all that matters. Is what I was thinking, but… So I'm sorry, but I need you to leave the house. Leave the house? Well, your dad just got remarried, right? I want to enjoy the newlywed life, just the two of us. But don't worry, I've already rented a place for you to live. Already? You're too prepared for this. Oh, and don't worry about the money. Since we'll both be working, we'll be able to afford it. Thanks in advance. And that's how I ended up being kicked from my house. Over the weekend, I moved into the one-bedroom apartment he had rented for me. At first, I was worried about what would happen, but once I got into things, it wasn't that bad. I don't need to listen to my dad nag about this or that, and I get to spend time surrounded by all the otaku stuff I brought with me. Truly an ideal living space. That's right, I'm actually an otaku who pretends to be a normal student. But my ideal lifestyle wouldn't last long. I should probably clean my room. There was no way someone like me who had never done any chores could clean or do laundry. And before I knew it, my room was filthy. Who's that? When I went to the front door and opened it, I couldn't believe my eyes. Miran-san?
Eiji-kun?
Standing there was my classmate, Miran-san, one of the most famous blonde gals in our school. She's famous for always spending her time alone, and because of that, there are many bad rumors about her. Why would someone like her be... What are you doing here?
I was hired as the housekeeper for this apartment.
Housekeeper? From what I heard, Miran-san was working part-time as a housekeeper. And my dad, who thought that I would be living an indecent lifestyle now that I was alone, hired her from a housekeeping agency to take care of me. I knew it was filthy. And that's how the most famous gal from our school came to become my housekeeper.
Well then, I'll get right to the housekeeping.
Yeah, please do so.
That was the last of the living room. Now for the room over.
I'll take care of that myself. That room is the only thing I can't let her see. That room is the secret room where I stored all my otaku stuff. There are manga and DVDs of anime in there, and figurines of my favorite characters. If people were to find out that I was an otaku, they would definitely look down on me. If word got out at school, that peaceful school life that I've maintained by keeping a low profile would come to an end.
Since I took this on as work, I have to be thorough.
Wait a second!
This is...
Oh no, it's over.
Eiji-kun, you like anime?
Yeah, actually.
My sister and I like it too. We often watch it together.
Your sister? And then Miran-san began to talk about herself. She comes from a single mother family, and their finances were tight. So she started working part-time as a housekeeper to make ends meet. She has a younger sister who loves anime.
While I'm working, my sister watches the house by herself. I always end up making her feel lonely, so I at least want to let her watch her favorite anime while I'm gone. But it costs a lot to buy them, or even just rent.
I see. Oh, that's right. I can just lend you some of mine if you'd like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry and go ahead.
Thank you very much. But we don't have a video player.
I'll lend you that too. And not that it's related, but I have a favor.
What is it?
I want you to not talk about how I'm an otaku at school.
Why is that?
I mean, people make fun of these kinds of hobbies, right?
I think that it's amazing to have a hobby you can devote yourself this much to. But I understand. This will be our little secret.
Thank you. And so, Miran would come over twice a week to do housekeeping. Come on in!
Thanks for having me.
I was surprised at how different she was from the impression I had of her from school. But talking to her, I found that she was a kind person and gentle girl who cares deeply about her family. Not at all like the delinquent in the rumors. Talking about anime in between chores, choosing which anime she would borrow next together. I had never talked about anime with anyone before, let alone a girl. So the time we spent together became something important to me. As I found myself becoming drawn to Miran, one day... Miran-san, your hair. There was Miran, who had dyed her hair black and was wearing a maid uniform. She looked so different that I couldn't tell who she was for a moment.
Does it not suit me?
That's not it! It suits you really well. But why?
There were often black-haired maids in the anime I borrowed from you, so I thought you might like those kinds of girls.
Yeah, I love them. I mean...
In that case, I'm glad.
But was it okay to dye your hair?
Yes. It's not like I wanted to have blonde hair anyway.
What? Really?
It's what my mom likes. She thinks me and my sister are her princesses. And since princesses have blonde hair, I've had blonde hair since I was little.
Thinking that all princesses have blonde hair is a bit straightforward, but basically Miran wasn't really a gal, just doing what her mom likes. I also heard from her that she isn't unfriendly, just shy, and has been unable to get along with her classmates because of her appearance. But is your mom okay with you dyeing your hair black?
When I told her it was to match my friend's taste in girls, she happily helped me dye it. She told me to be a Yamato Nadeshiko now and not a princess.
Is that so? I'm curious about why her mother was okay with it, but I'm even more curious about why Miran would want to match my tastes. As thanks for always letting her borrow anime? Or maybe… No way. What am I getting my hopes up for? Not for an introverted otaku like me.
From now on, I'll be doing housekeeping dressed like this.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. The next day, the classroom was in an uproar. After dyeing her hair black, Miran had gone from a solitary blonde gal to an upright young lady. She no longer seems unapproachable, and the number of boys wanting to talk to her quickly increased, making her suddenly popular. Miran herself seems very confused. As I look at Miran from a distance, I think to myself, I'm happy that Miran is getting to talk to her classmates, but at the same time it feels like she's getting farther away from me. Thinking that was a bit sad. One day, sometime after that, that's Miran-san? At lunchtime, I saw the popular girls in my class taking Miran to the rooftop. I got worried and decided to secretly follow them, but…
Hey Miran, aren't you getting a little carried away lately?
Are they bullying her?
I don't know why a gal like you would suddenly dye their hair and act like a good girl, but it must be a nice feeling to have the boys fawning over you. I didn't mean to.
It seems like they don't like Miran, who suddenly became popular with the boys. What should I do? I don't think I could have done anything even if I had stepped in, but I couldn't just sit back and watch silently. Wait a second!
Huh?
The reason Miran dyed her hair black was because of me!
What?
I'm actually an anime otaku, and I let Miran-san borrow my anime a lot, and she found out that a lot of my favorite characters have black hair, so… I tried desperately to explain that Miran wasn't actually a gal, and that she was doing her best working part-time for her family, and that she was actually just shy. I don't care if they find out my secret, but I couldn't stand the thought of Miran being bullied or misunderstood because of me.
So what? Are you two going out? What? We're not going out!
Well, that's true, but it hurts to be denied so plainly.
But I do love Eiji-kun.
What did you just…
I'm bored now. Let's go. Thank you so much.
It's fine. I'm sorry I told everybody about your situation.
Don't worry about it. Eiji-kun, you are also keeping your hobby a secret.
It's okay. It's better than having you be misunderstood. What you said earlier, were you serious?
Yes. As we became friends, I was aware that I was attracted to you. But after you helped me, I understood clearly. Eiji-kun, I love you. Please go out with me.
You're alright with someone like me?
Eiji-kun is the one for me.
Thank you. I love you too. Please be my girlfriend.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
And that's how the former most famous blonde gal in our school became my girlfriend.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video.